Hi guys, it's Mrs. Hughes. Welcome to week 4 of distance learning. I am so proud of you that have been participating, just taking your education seriously. You will reap the benefits, I promise. So proud of all of you that have reached out to improve your grades. I've gotten a lot of emails in the last couple days, and I will be responding to those and looking at assignments that you have been turning in. I wanted to go through the folder for week 4. There's some things that are new and a little Mother's Day activity that I thought might be fun. So let's take a look at week 4. Okay. So in week 4, there is a lot of you in the surveys asked me to do more skill, if I could put up more skill specific work, not related to the novel that we are reading. So there is some more skill specific work this week. There is, let me enlarge the screen so that you can see. Oh, it is. Okay. So Monday, I had a quiz during the Schoology conference this week. I'll be talking about figures of speech in more in depth, but if you want to test your knowledge, go ahead and click on this quizzes link, and you can practice your figures of speech knowledge. So it'll open up a link for you to click on that. And there is also, I just broke it. There is also practicing identifying your claims and evidence. Some of you asked, hey, can you put up some work that will help me with claims? Sometimes I, still don't know how to write one, and using evidence and reasoning. So there's a no red ink practice link. I know a lot of you maybe don't like no red ink, but there are some of you who do. So it's a great place to get some practice. Most of you should have an account, especially if you had me. I had you guys open an account last year as freshmen. So if you don't, there's a code and instructions for how to do that here. There is stuff for the book. So there's the online book for reading chapters 3 and 4. And then there is the identity chart that you guys did last week for yourselves. But now I'm asking you to do one for Enrique and Lourdes, who are the main characters of our novel. And then there's also a summary. You guys, I asked I asked all of you to challenge yourselves, come up with a 17-word summary for the prologue, and a lot of you did an amazing job doing that. And so I thought maybe this week we'd practice doing 15 words, and I put it into a more formal format this week. So then, for those of you that want to show some appreciation to some moms or sisters or grandmas or someone who's been a motherly figure in your life, there is a letter activity. You can write a letter and maybe email it to them, surprise them, and send it in their email inbox if they're working from home, or maybe just print it out, or maybe just show it to them on your computer. But there are ways, especially moms right now who maybe are a little bit stressed out, to show them you care. So there's an outline here that kind of takes you through how you would even get started writing a letter if you are like, I don't even know where to start. And then there is a folder that has some templates in it. So if you click on the folder, it'll look like you have assignments open, but they're all just templates for Cami. So if you want to make your letter look really fancy, you'd open up one of these templates. There's black and white flowers, there's this flower one, and then there's like a gold header one. And you have to click open with Cami so that you can edit the PDF, otherwise you won't be able to. If you click this, you can't. But if you click open with Cami, you can take a look at what it looks like. And they're just really nice graphic backgrounds for you to write your letter on. And then from Cami, you can download the letter, you can email the letter, you can share it to your Google Doc and work with it there. So there are a lot of things that you can do using the templates on Cami. So I just wanted to show you real quick how you can make a letter to your mom or your grandma look really, really beautiful, and something that maybe she's not expecting this Sunday, because it is Mother's Day. So give it a second to load, and then I'll show you how you can add text to this template. And I have to use Cami because it lets me put up PDFs that you guys can edit, which is the really nice thing about Cami. So if you click on the text box, you want to add a text box, you can change the text color. And then you can thank you, Mom, you know, and write your letter. So there is this template. There's a black and white one that's really cool. There's also one that's just gold. So pick one, write your letter, save it. You don't have to turn it in to me unless you want me to look at it for grammar. I mean, I would love to read them, but you don't have to turn it in. If you want, you can just go straight to print if you have a printer at home, or you can share this document to an email address, or you can download it and then share it to an email that way, or just have it downloaded on your computer so that you can show it to her. So those were some options for that this week. I just wanted you guys to have something to do and to remember that it is Mother's Day this weekend. And if you can't get her anything else, then at least you can write her a letter, right? Or write your grandma a letter, or your aunt a letter, or a sister a letter, someone that you want to appreciate this week, okay? Here's the that was the challenge summarizing activity, but I wanted to give you a quick walkthrough of what this week's folder had in it. Just let you know that for some of you that in the survey wanted some more specific things to work on, they are in the folder this week. And I hope you guys are all doing great. I hope I see you at one of my conferences, either tomorrow at 1 or Wednesday at 2. And that way we can talk about figurative language and some other stuff this week. So have a great rest of your Monday, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!